What if you could put a second brain for your business right inside your WhatsApp? I'm talking about a crazy smart AI agent that can handle customer support, qualify sales leads, and work for you 24/7. Well, today we're going to show you exactly how to build one. Okay, if you run a business, you know this feeling, right? That constant buzz, a flood of customer messages, all asking pretty much the same questions, and all of them expecting an answer like yesterday. It's completely overwhelming.
All right, so here's the game plan for this explainer. First, we'll meet your new AI employee. Then, we're going to get our hands dirty and build its brain, give it some personality, see it in action, and finally, unlock some seriously powerful automation.
All right, so how do we actually pull this off? Well, we're going to be looking at a tool called Joiz.ai to create this trainable AI employee. And what's really cool is it's not just for one-on-one chats. It can actually jump into your WhatsApp groups and handle questions there too. And get this, you can start building for free.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. First things first, we've got to build its brain. This is the foundation, giving our bot all the core knowledge it needs to be useful.
And you know, getting this thing up and running is actually super simple. It's really just 3 quick steps. You hop on, create a workspace for your business, you give your new AI employee a cool name, and then, and this is the most important part, you start feeding it the information that's going to become its brain.
Now, this is absolutely the most important part. You have to remember, the bot is only as smart as the information you give it. It's that classic saying, right? Garbage in, garbage out. But if you give it good, clean data, you're going to have a genius on your hands.
And you've got 3 really easy ways to do this. The fastest way? Just drop in your website URL and boom, it'll go and learn everything from your site. Or if you've got something like a detailed product guide, you can just upload a PDF. And for quick little updates, you can literally just copy and paste text right in. Super flexible. But here's the thing. A great bot isn't just about knowing facts. It can't just be a walking, talking FAQ page. It needs a personality. It needs to know how to talk to your customers, how to reflect your brand, and what to do when it gets stumped. And this is where things get really cool, because you're not just feeding it data, you're building its identity. You give it a name, a title like senior business consultant, and maybe most importantly, you give it a backup plan. So instead of just saying, I don't know, it can gracefully say, hey, I think my senior can handle this better, and pass the conversation over to a real person. Okay, this right here, this is the bot's real superpower. These are the custom instructions where you tell it how to behave. You can tell it to be a salesperson and actively try to close deals. You can order it to book consultation calls, or keep its answers super short, or even use emojis to be more friendly. This is what turns it from just a simple Q&A machine into a real strategic part of your business.
All right, enough talk. Let's see this thing in action. We're going to run a little real-world test and see how our new AI employee handles a customer live. Okay, so here's the setup. A customer comes in with a pretty common, kind of vague request. I want to make a website. Pretty simple, right? And whoa, look at that response. The bot doesn't just spit out a price list. It immediately starts asking smart, qualifying questions. What's your budget? What's your business model? It's already doing the work of a good salesperson, trying to understand the customer's needs. And now, here comes the curveball. A really low budget. This is the kind of thing that can just kill a conversation, right? A lot of times, that's where the road ends.
And this is just brilliant. Instead of just saying, nope, can't help you, it pivots. It understands the budget as a problem and offers a perfect alternative, a do-it-yourself tool. It keeps the customer happy, keeps them in your ecosystem, and still provides a solution. That isn't just customer support, that is smart selling. Okay, so the bot can talk, that's amazing. But what if it could actually do things? What if it could kick off automated processes behind the scenes to save you even more time? Well, that's where workflows come in.
Seriously, just picture this for a minute. Your bot chats with a customer, figures out they're a hot lead, gathers all their info, and poof, all their details are automatically in your sales spreadsheet. You didn't have to do a thing.
And setting this up is, again, super straightforward. First, you set a trigger, like when a customer says, I want a mobile app. Then, the bot asks the questions you told it to ask to get all the key info. And finally, you set an action. All that data gets zapped over to a Google Sheet or your CRM. It uses something called an API, which is basically just a messenger that lets your different apps talk to each other automatically.
Now, let's just think about the scale here for a second. We're not talking about one chat. We're talking about your bot having, say, 10,000 conversations at the exact same time, filtering, qualifying, and bubbling up only the hottest leads for your human team to focus on. It's a game changer.
So let's wrap this all up. What are the big takeaways here? You get a 24/7 agent that can handle unlimited chats. You can qualify leads automatically, whether it's a one-on-one chat or in a group. You can give customers live up-to-the-minute info just by linking your website. And the best part? You can get started and try all of this out for free.
So that brings us to the end, and I want to leave you with one final thought to chew on. If you had this AI employee, this tireless, intelligent agent working for you around the clock, starting tomorrow, what's the very first, most important task you'd have it do? Think about it.